Welcome to the Aviation Pros Podcast, the go-to platform for professionals in the aviation industry. Powered by AviationPros.com, the leading source for comprehensive news, insights, and data on airport operations. Whether you're focused on airport management, improvement programs, ground handling, equipment, MRO, or FBO operations, we've got you covered with the expertise and resources you need to stay ahead. Hello everyone and welcome to the Aviation Pros Podcast. I'm Joe Petrie, Editor-in-Chief. Brothers Kaye and Gitibin started Go Rentals in 1995 by renting vans. They opened a small 700 square foot office, put a sign up, and within a few days all their vans were rented. With the money they were making, they continued to add vans to the fleet. 30 years later, Go Rentals is known as a premier car provider in the private aviation sector, servicing 250 FBOs and continuing to grow and change with the market. I was recently able to sit down with Kaye and talk about the company's growth and how he sees the car rental space growing further as new technologies are taking hold in the space. Okay, Kaye. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today. Again, congratulations on 30 years in business for Go Rentals. And now the company has grown a lot since it was founded in 1995. So take me back. I mean, what gap in the market did you originally identify, and how did the business evolve to meet the needs of private aviation clients?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, as you mentioned, 30 years and time flies. We started right after we graduated college. It was myself and my brother. And we saw that there was a lack of service, and there was an opportunity in serving private clients and private aviation travelers across the country. But at that time, we had no money. We had no education about private aviation. So we had to start very small with 7 cars. And we had to learn the business and listen to our clients that what they need. And I think that's the difference, that made a difference in our growth, because we wanted to listen to our pilots and passengers, see what they need. How can we serve them? How can we be part of their lifestyle when they travel? How can we bring ease to their travel? And that's how we found that opportunity at John Wayne Airport in Newport Beach, California. We got the opportunity to serve this very small FBO that is no longer in business. It was sold. It called Newport Jet Center. And that's how we started the business, and talking to passengers, talking to crew, and providing the cars and the service that they were looking for. And nobody was focusing on service. Everything was about commodity, which was cars. And for us, we wanted to focus, anybody can go buy cars, but how can we provide the service that nobody else is offering? And that's how we educated ourselves, learned, and try to provide that service to the aviation community across the country.
Now, getting to 250 different FBO locations, that's pretty impressive. That's not a small feat to take on. What were some of the biggest challenges in scaling the business within the private aviation sector, and how did you overcome them?
First was we had to tell people, how good we are, and they will all say it's too good to be true. You can't do this. You can't scale it. You cannot provide the same service that you are known for at, 1 or 2 or 3 locations and duplicate it across the country. And that was the biggest challenge to overcome at the beginning. Go from 10 to 25 locations was very hard to convince our partners that we can duplicate that, because it is part of our culture. We have created a culture, and we only bring team members into this culture that they can deliver on this culture. And we personally trained them. I made sure that they followed me. I followed them. They understood what our culture was all about, what our clients need. And we wanted to make sure that our team members get to know our clients. And that's how we scaled. And that's finding the right people was the hardest part to scale the business. But when we have good people, they make it easy. So finding the right people, and also making sure our partners know that we can duplicate our service from one location to multi-hundred locations.
And kind of piggybacking off that, obviously this type of service, it's a service-driven industry when it comes to private aviation. That's number one when it comes to serving that, your customer base. How has the customer demand and expectations shifted over the years, and how have you adapted to try and stay ahead of these?
Yeah, so at the beginning we had to promote our services to our guests by making sure when they arrive, they know who we are. To this date, Joe, we have not spent $1 in advertising. Everything that we have done has been through building meaningful relationship with our guests, with our partners, with our passengers, with our crew, and they have been our biggest marketers. They have been a billboard for us, because when they used us at one location, they flew to other location and they asked for our services. And those FBOs been calling us. And they say, who are you guys? Because we had this plane coming here that they say only one Go Rentals car, and we told them we don't have them here. So that's how our clients helped us grow. Because again, we understood the lifestyle, we understood what they want, and we delivered. We under-promised and over-delivered. Our clients love to be recognized. Our clients fly because of convenience and safety and luxury for a passenger. Our crew, they want to have convenience. They want to make sure the car is clean, ready to go, so they can go to the hotel and have a rest before they fly again. And our passenger want to make sure that they have a detailed, sanitized car on the ground, on a tarmac, so when they come down the stairs, they can get to their business meeting, they can go to start their vacation, they can go to second home, see family. So those are very important to them, and we deliver on those.
Mm-hmm. And high-end rental services, they've evolved. And where do you see these moving to into the future? Or how do you see the biggest opportunities for innovation happening in this space?
Yeah. It's not more about high-end rental, Joe. Is more about providing hospitality on wheels for our passengers. Some of our passengers, they want Toyota Camry. And some people want S550 and Range Rovers. They get the same level of service. So our goal was to provide hospitality on wheels. When they arrive, we make a difference in the way they travel. And guests are using us. And a lot of our guests, they want to drive the car that they drive at home. They're comfortable. They're comfortable with the Range Rover, the BMW, Mercedes-Benz that they try at home, and they want to try the same thing. So understanding our guests' needs and delivering on that makes a difference. And going forward, we are trying to get to know our clients better, that what cars they want to try. We have a lot of clients that they call us and says, I want to buy, for example, Mercedes-Benz S580, and on my next trip, I want to try that. Or I want to buy a Porsche or Bentley. On my next trip, I want to try it. So I want my wife or husband to drive it and see if that's the car we want to buy. So that relationship with our guests and offering what they need, that, moving forward, we're trying to make sure that we understand our guests even better, to make sure we have those services available for them.
And it's great to be able to offer that, from the Go Rentals aspect of things. But one of the biggest challenges that some people can see within a market like private aviation is that the partnerships have to be invaluable, and that everyone has to be working together in order to have a successful product offered to the customers that are coming in. Tell me, what are some of the successful partnerships in the FBO and private aviation space, and what have you learned from those collaborations?
So one thing that with our partners, we never go as a vendor. We go as a partner, because we want to bring value to our partners. Our partners count on us, whether it's a flight department or a charter company. They spend a lot of money for acquiring guests, customers, and they want to make sure that everything from air to ground goes perfectly. We understand their needs, and we want to be a partner to them, making sure when the guest arrives, on their behalf, we are welcoming them to our FBOs. On their behalf, we are putting anything they want in the car for the guest. Whether it's the M&M chocolate that they like, or to a bottle of wine that they want to take to the hotel and enjoy, or certain cigar that they want to go and enjoy on the golf course because they're coming on a golf outing. We want to make sure we provide that for them. So it's not about customer service; it's about hospitality, and that's what our clients, our partners, need, to make sure that we are extension of them. So they spend a lot of money to fly, and when they arrive, they want the experience to be seamless, and that experience continues with the meet and greet at the airport, and also on the departure when they leave, to make sure that we do a departure meet and greet, make sure that the great experience at the city that they had visited, and making sure that they use that charter company again. With our FBOs, they count on us because we are extension of them in the lobby. They want to sell more fuel. So by offering a better service to their aircrafts, the aircrafts will come in and they have a happy experience. They will purchase more fuel. So indirectly, we help our FBOs to sell more fuel, and we're helping our charter companies and flight department to create a memorable car rental experience for the guests.
Sustainability is a very big issue in all aspects of aviation and airport operations, and even companies like yours, I would imagine. So how do you see the role of electric or alternative fuel vehicles playing in private aviation's rental market?
As of now, we don't have enough options on electric vehicles to offer our guests. We have a lot of our guests that they go on a ski trip, ski outings or golf outing. There are 8 people and they want an 8-passenger large SUV or 7-passenger large SUV. So we are providing hybrid vehicles and electric cars for in the markets that our guests are asking for. But in future, we need to have more inventory of bigger vehicles for our guests to be able to use. Also, infrastructure is very important, and we are working with our airports and FBOs to make sure that we will have the infrastructure at the airports to be able to charge these vehicles and offer these vehicles to our guests. So we are continuously working with the car manufacturers. We have a great relationship with our car manufacturers. The car manufacturers, they would love to use our expertise at the airports and how we can help them in terms of giving them ideas in terms of fleet charging and our mindset of our clients. What is the mindset of the passenger or the crew? Which one they want electric cars or which one they want a hybrid cars? So we are working with our manufacturers, airports, and FBO partners to make sure that we are ready for that when time comes.
And of course, technology also plays a big role as far as the type of service you can offer as well within the FBO terminal. How do you see digitalization, automation, or AI shaping the future of the private rental market for private aviation clients?
So we are continuously researching that and talk to our clients. Joe, one thing that we see as of now, our clients, they would love to talk to our concierge team. We say concierge. We have trademarked the word car and concierge. We call it concierge. You'll be surprised how many of our guests, they want to know the color of the exterior, color of the interior of the car, what kind of wheels it has, the upgrades of the car. So, they're coming as an experience. They go to a beautiful hotel. Same thing with the plane. They want to know how old is the plane, how many hours it has, what kind of interior the plane has. So we are getting a lot of passengers. They still want to know everything about the car, and they want to be comfortable and happy when they come in. They have the right car. On the other side, with the crew, they want to touch less. They want to make sure that they book online or through the app and come in, get the car, and they leave. So we are dealing with 2 different clientele now, but I think our passenger side, eventually in future, they will see the benefit of maybe doing it online and be able to have the car ready on the tarmac when they arrive. But to this date, we still get majority of our clients. They really want to know the details of every car that they want to get into. And then rightfully so, because they're staying here for a week. They're going on a golfing trip. They want to make sure it's a 7-passenger or 8-passenger SUV. They want to know there's enough room for the golf bags and the luggage in there. So, or on the convertibles, they want to know how much luggage space or trunk space it has for shopping. So those are the areas that we trying to, through AI, have those information available through our app for our passengers to see. And hopefully in future, you see more of the passengers would use that technology. But as of right now, we see majority of our passenger, not the crew, they want to talk to a live person and find out the details of the car.
Now, Go Rentals has been a very successful company over the last 30 years, but I understand that you've also gotten a investment from Redbird Capital recently. How is this going to change or influence the future of the company going forward?
We brought a minority investment to Redbird, and the reason we chose them as a partner is because of their influence in sports and entertainment world. As you know, they own the AC Milan and the part of Red Sox, and there are many other sports and entertainment investment, and that helped us grow in that area to work with the sports team and sports figure and the movie stars. We have a division which is the sports and entertainment division that we work with music studios, movie studios, athletes, teams, professional teams when they travel. So that they have helped us in that market, which they are very expert and have expertise in their company, and that's been a great partnership with them, and they have opened many doors for us.
As private aviation industry continues to evolve, what are the biggest challenges ahead for FBO-based services like yours, and how do you plan to navigate them?
So for the FBO-based services, which car rental it's the only one that are based inside the FBO because of the convenience and the demand that the guests have. And to be honest with you, Joe, is the finding the right people. That's a challenge that we all have because we are located on federal properties. We have to make sure that we're doing a 10-year background search, and we do drug testing and the NDA because we have many high profile guests fly with us. So finding people that they have clear record for 10 years and they don't do drugs is one of the challenges that we are overcoming by having good people, and then we have to maintain those people because it's very hard to replace them. So the reason for our growth in the location have been our team members, but that's one of the challenges that having the right people, and I think that's a challenge for the FBOs as well, to find the right people and having a low turnovers at the FBO, because in general aviation, knowing your guests is very important. Our guests don't want to come in and deal with one person today and another person tomorrow. They want to see familiar face. They want to be recognized. And so we spend time with our team to make sure that they recognize the guest. And that's part of the hospitality and the 5-star service that we offer, recognizing our guests. So that is a big challenge for FBO base and also for the FBO themselves, finding the right people.
And my last question for you today, looking out for the next 5 to 10 years, what trends do you expect will have the biggest impact on ground transportation in the private aviation sector, and how are you preparing for them?
It's difficult to answer that. I wish I could read the future 5 to 10 years from now, but we are getting ready for as we talked earlier, AI. Making sure that we can integrate our services with the FBO services from air to ground, and even right now we see a lot of our passengers, they come in without reservation because they count on us to be there and have the right car for them. So make sure that we know when they're traveling, when they're coming in, to make sure we have the right car for them available on tarmac when they land. So those are the areas that we need to improve, and making sure that we are in the same technology path with our partners, with the FBOs, with the charter company from flight departments, communicating the needs of the guest, because right now for our guests we have a profile, so we understand what they need, what they want, but then be able to receive the information from the charter company that the guest comes and this is the expectations that they have. So I think with improving of technology and AI, we can easily accommodate that for our guests. The key is being able to provide a smoother, better service to our guests. Some of our guests don't want to be talked to. Some of our guests, they want to socialize with our team. They want to know about the shopping and the golf courses in the area. And that's why we have to train our team to understand who is traveling. If there are business travelers, actually they're in the car as fast as possible, go to the business meeting. If they're coming with a family, we can get engaged with them. If they're going to the amusement park, or they're going to go shopping, or which restaurant they're going to. So those are the areas of improvement that for future we need to have more information of the guests, why they travel, so we can offer them the better service when they arrive.
Kaye, it was a pleasure speaking with you today. Really exciting to hear about the future of Go Rentals and hear about all the success of the past 3 decades, and can't wait to hear more and see where it takes us in the future.
Thank you so much, Joe, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of your program. And again, one thing I forgot to mention, that we are the only Forbes Elite car rental company recognized by Forbes Travel Guide, and our team members, they go through random audit and check, making sure that our service is duplicated across the country.
Thanks for tuning in to the Aviation Pros podcast. Stay ahead in airport operations and leadership by subscribing to our Airport Business Daily Newsletter, your go-to source for the latest industry insights. And don't forget to explore even more at AviationPros.com, the home of exclusive content for aviation professionals like you. I'm Joe Petrie. We'll catch you next time.